see any of those. Can I just have to do like a Good morning. Be sure to say hello in the comments and let us know who's here. Who is here? I'm going to go ahead and put the phone number if you want to text your craft today to the store. And then we'll get started. 8776. Text us your craft. We'd love to see your work. Today's craft is adorable, by the way. I see our two friends here with us, or two families here with us. If you can, comment and let us know who's here. We'd love to know who's here. I'm going to show you what we're going to do today so you can get your supplies if you don't already have them. We are going to make a jellyfish. Ooh, I've got a water, don't I? Let's see. Maybe I should scoot. Let's see. That a little better? I think that's a little better. Okay, so we are going to make this cute jellyfish. In our story, one of the mermaids finds a jellyfish. So we are going to make this cute guy. So you're going to need paper, and I used blue to represent the ocean, but you could use any color you want. And then a white piece of paper, and this is just printer paper. And then a black marker for the face and some watercolor paints for her body. If you don't have watercolor paints, you can use markers, or you can even use crayons to make the little stripes. And then we're going to need some scissors, okay? Scissors. We're going to need glue, or you can use tape if you want to. And a marker and a paintbrush. All right, you'll need a little water if you're using watercolors. I wanted to show you the watercolors that I'm using. We always get questions about what Ms. Danny is using. So this is what I'm using today. These are called Chroma Blends, and these are blendable, sparkly watercolor paints. So they're a little bit different than what I used in my sample. All right, I'm going to show you two new things that we just got in for preschoolers that I'm really excited about. I have a very wiggly preschooler at my house. His name is Brady. And oh my goodness, he loves to wiggle. So when I just saw this on the shelf, I got so excited. This craft project is called Shake It. And what you do is you peel off a little piece of paper, and it makes this all sticky. And then you put it in a bag with some of these pre-cut tissue papers, and you just shake it. You bounce all around your house and you shake it. And when you're done shaking it and covering the whole thing, you get to glue on these little pieces, which is a great fine motor activity. So I'm excited. This may go home with me today. Oh yeah, it's only $10. It's definitely going home with me today. I love that. Okay, and then if we have any friends that like to sparkle, this came in too. I think we may have had this one. These are little crowns and tiaras that you can put sparkly things on. So I'm excited about that one too. And look, you can make a purse and a mask and a tiara. And it comes with all these fun stickers and things. What I like about this, right now, my creativity is just, I give all of it to you guys with story time. So when it comes to doing crafts with my kids, I love something that I can just get the supplies out of the box, put it on the table, and let them just do their thing. So I'm loving these right now, with my mental capacity being very low. All right, friends. Today we are going to read a story called 5 Little Mermaids. And these are the 5 little mermaids, and they are going to visit some oceans. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about those oceans first. There are 5 oceans. Can you guys count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 oceans on our planet. Okay, let me tell you just a little bit about those. The biggest ocean on our earth is called the Pacific Ocean, and it is bigger than all of the land on earth. It's bigger than Arkansas. It's bigger than the United States. It's bigger than North America. It is huge. Now, we're also going to sing about the warmest ocean, and that one is called the Indian Ocean. Have you heard of the Indian Ocean before? It is the warmest ocean on Earth, and scientists believe that it's getting warmer and warmer. You should ask your grown-up about that. Now, the coldest ocean is the Southern Ocean, and it's hard for people to sail ships there because it has very strong winds. Have you ever been standing outside and it's so windy it's hard to stand up? Well, it feels like that all the time in the Southern Ocean. Now, the saltiest ocean is called the Atlantic Ocean. Did you know that the oceans have salt water? They taste like salt, like popcorn is a salty treat, and chips are a salty treat. French fries are a salty treat. So the ocean, you shouldn't drink ocean water, but if you've ever gone swimming in the ocean, you got a little splashed in your mouth, it tastes salty. And the Atlantic Ocean is the saltiest of them all. Now, the last one we're going to sing about is called the Arctic Ocean. And it provides home for a lot of our favorite Arctic animals, like the polar bear and penguins. And over the winter, there can be 2 times as much ice over the Arctic Ocean as there is in the summertime. So it'll cover with ice. Isn't that cool? Pretty special. It's a special place. All right, friends, this is another Barefoot book. These are great because they give you some information about what you're reading about. The illustrations are always adorable, and it comes with your sheet music and a little CD in the back. Last week we read A Hole in the Bottom of the Sea, so you can go back and find that. And we did Portside Pirates the week before that, which was very popular with our little ones, and you can find that on YouTube as well. And these are also available in the store. With that, let's get started. All right. Can you guys see? Look at those mermaids. 5 little mermaids went swimming in the sea to Atlantic Ocean to see what they could see. Remember the Atlantic Ocean? She said, "Wow, it's salty." That's our salty one, isn't it? Maria joined a school of fish and swam away carefree. Whoosh! Now there were 4 little mermaids swimming in the sea to the Indian Ocean to see what they could see. Ooh, it's warm. They like that warm water. The illustration's so beautiful. Micaiah met a turtle and forgot about the 3. Goodbye. Uh-oh. She met a turtle and got distracted. You ever seen a sea turtle? That might be a fun thing to Google after this, is a video of a sea turtle. Now there were 3 little mermaids swimming in the sea to the Southern Ocean to see what they could see. Brr, it's cold. Ooh, that mermaid's wearing a scarf. Oh, look at all those cold water animals. Ming high-fived a penguin, swam away with glee. Splash, now there were 3. Look at that. Oh, look at this guy down here. Have you ever seen one of those? That's a squid. 2 little mermaids swimming in the sea to the Pacific Ocean to see what they could see. Oh, it's deep. Look at all these deep water creatures. Some deep water creatures make their own light under the water. Look, that mermaid's wearing a headlamp. And she found that very creepy anglerfish, didn't she? Ooh, it's deep and dark. Marley saw a giant squid and turned around to flee. Ah! Uh-oh, she swam away from that giant squid. Now there was one little mermaid swimming in the sea to the Arctic Ocean to see what she could see. Whee! It's shallow. Maybe shallow and cold. It's not as deep as some of the other oceans. Look at that polar bear. Maya saw a jellyfish and went off to sightsee. Wow! Oh my goodness, look at that. That's what we're going to make today, friends. See that? Ooh, a narwhal. Now there were no little mermaids swimming in the sea. Hey, where did the mermaids go? Where did they go, friends? So many mermaids swimming in the seas, sharing their stories with their mermaid families. Look at that. They did some traveling and now they're telling their friends about it. When they get together, it's as fun as it can be. Yay! It's time for a party in the sea. There we go. Look at that. Did you know that a mermaid is an imaginary creature who is part people just like you and part fish? There are lots and lots of stories about mermaids, and in the back of this book you can find some, and we actually have a couple more in the toy store. All right, friends, we are going to make our project now, and I'm very excited to do this with you. Remember, Miss Danny might go faster than you or might go slower than you, and that's okay. And your jellyfish might not look like Miss Danny's, and that is okay also. Every jellyfish looks a little different. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our white piece of paper, just like this, and we are going to fold it in half the skinny way. I'm going to match up my corners. Matching up my corners. It does not have to be perfect, but I'm going to do it carefully and slowly so I can try to get a nice skinny piece of paper. Now what's cool, friends, is that we have made now a line down the middle of our paper, which will be perfect for us to use our scissors and cut down the center. Okay, so let's remember how to hold our scissors. We're going to take our 3 fingers right here and put them in the bottom like that. And we're going to take our thumb and put it in the little hole in the top. Do you see that? Okay, friends, now we're going to pick up our paper with our helper hand and we're going to carefully cut on our line that we made, okay? I'm just going to go slow and careful. There we go. Cut, cut, cut the paper, cut, cut, cut the paper, cut, cut, cut the paper. Now let's stop. Cut, cut, cut the paper, cut, cut, cut the paper, cut, cut, cut the paper. Now let's stop. All right, mine is cut in half. So now I have half of the paper that I started with. Isn't that fun? Okay, so now we're going to do our painting. So I'm going to turn you down to my table space so you can watch Ms. Danny paint. Remember, you guys might be using markers or crayons to do your lines on your jellyfish. I am using some watercolors, and I'm going to start with pink. I'm going to get my water on my watercolor and make it nice and dark. And then I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to paint or draw a line across the very tip top of my paper. Just like that. I'm going to do some more pink ones while I've got my pink water and my pink brush and my pink paint right here. I'm going to do another one right here, a little further down. Just like that. And maybe another one right here. And another one right here. And then at the very bottom of my paper, I'm going to do one last pink line. And yours doesn't have to be pink at all. You can choose whatever colors you want. I'm going to rinse my brush in my water and choose another color. I'm going to go with green. You know, jellyfish can reflect the colors in the ocean and the sparkles from the sun, and they can look like they are a rainbow of colors. It's pretty special. Ooh, there's my green line. Now I'm going to go below and put a green line after each of my other pink lines. Are you guys drawing some lines on your paper? You can do it any way you want. You don't have to do it just like Miss Danny. There we go. Man, I love painting, you guys. I'm so glad we get to do these things together every week. There we go. All right, I'm going to do a green line maybe above my last pink line. Just because. That's fine. All right, I'm going to do another color. How about blue? Blue like the ocean. How about that? Okay, here we go. Are you guys drawing and painting your lines? It's such a good activity for small hands to work on making lines. It's really tricky, and it is a great way to practice controlling your hand because you're all going to be writers very soon if you're not already. So when you can make a straight line with a paintbrush, you can write. You can. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to do a little blue line right here. I love this paint so much. It's so pretty. Okay, how about some purple, friends? Some purple be good? I think so. There we go, purple. Look how pretty that purple is. We love these watercolors at our house at home. They are sparkly and beautiful. There we go. Maybe a little bit more water on my purple paint. I hope you'll send us pictures of what you create today. I would love to see your artwork. I put the phone number in the comments, but you can also just tag us in your Instagram and Facebook posts. We would love to see your artwork. Should we do some yellow, friends? I'm going to do some yellow. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. This one's kind of a gold because it's got shimmers in it. I just love gold shimmers. Add a little pizzazz to our jellyfish, huh? I went on a special trip one time to go kayaking in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean. And while we were waiting to get into our kayaks, which it's a fun name for a special little boat, we saw some jellyfish in the water. And the people that were taking us on our kayak ride said, "Don't pick up the jellyfish. They can sting you." So we were being very careful not to touch the jellyfish. But you know what, guys? They were beautiful. They were so beautiful. Kind of a pink color, and they sparkled in the water. They were beautiful. Okay, how about some red? The sparkly red. Let's see here. Ooh, there we go. That's a nice bright color, isn't it, friends? How are your colors coming? Did you choose all one color or did you do lots of colors? I'm doing lots of colors, huh? But you know what? One color would be beautiful too. There we go. Look at that. All right. And we're going to have room for one more color. I've got to choose a good color, huh? What would be a good last color? How about some orange, friends? I'm going to get some orange here in my paint. Right there. Okay, and then I'm going to fill in my last line with this beautiful orange. There we go. Fill in that last little spot there. Good job, you guys. Are you working so carefully right now? It's kind of tricky to make lines, isn't it? A little bit. You're just going to get better and better at it as you practice. I promise. And before you know it, you'll be doing lots of writing. I bet you already do lots of coloring and drawing. All right, friends. Let's see. Can you hold up your stripes? There's Miss Danny's. Oh, I'm getting some little drips. That's kind of cool too. I like that. All right. So now we are going to flip over our stripy paper and lay it down. And we are going to draw a circle. Now, you can use something. You can trace something if you'd like to. But I'm just going to draw a circle. So you could set your water cup on there, or if your grown-up has a cup of coffee, they could set that on there. I'm just going to draw a circle, and it does not have to be perfect. The fun thing about this project is that no matter how we do it, it's going to look really good. There's my circle, and that is going to be the top of our jellyfish. Now, I'm going to draw a line out from the bottom of my circle. I'm going to flip this around. This is the top of my paper, and I'm going to draw a little line right here. It's kind of like a shoulder, isn't it? Kind of, just like that. See? All right, and that's all we're going to draw on the back. Now we're going to do some cutting, okay? Let's remember how to hold our scissors with our 3 fingers in the bottom holes and our thumb in the top hole. Okay, now we're going to cut on the line that we made, just like that. It feels a little different cutting on our wet paper. Kind of smooth, huh? Now, I got to my little shoulder, so I'm not going to keep cutting. We're not going to cut the head off. We are just going to turn and cut right here. There we go. Look at that. Okay, now we're going to do that on the other side. Not going to cut that whole circle out. Just going to cut the little shoulder spot and then cut around. You guys are doing such a good, careful job. All right, and then when you're done, the back will look like this. See that? Okay, now we get to flip over, and look, we've changed our jellyfish, haven't we? It looks different. We're going to do some really fun cutting now, okay? Cutting in straight lines is tricky, and we are going to do some practice. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom of our jellyfish, and we're going to cut little strips all the way up to the bottom of our head. We're not going to cut all the way through the top. We're going to stop. This is like our stop sign right here at the bottom of the head. So let me show you before you get started. I'm going to make skinny ones, but you can make bigger ones if you need to, or if you think that looks better. Okay. I'm cutting up, 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 and stop sign. See? Okay, I'm going to put this down so you can watch and you can do your cutting. And we're just going to make some more strips. You have to remember to stop every time, though. Cut, 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 and stop. Look at that. Keep doing it until you've got all of your little strips cut. Really nice job, you guys. This is such good practice for our little hands. You know, cutting will get easier and easier the more that you do it. We actually have some special cutting activities here at the toy store that are perfect for practicing your cutting. But these little projects right here, they're just as good, I think. So like I said earlier, grown-ups, if you need some help with the creativity, come on in and we'll help you. And it's already pre-done. That is what I'm loving about working in a toy store this summer is I am kind of depleted and having a fun time coming to the store and letting the toys do the work for me. Okay, you might not be done with your cutting yet. Ms. Danny's been cutting for 38 years, or probably not 38, probably like 35 years. So I've had lots of practice. So yours might not look like this, and that is okay. You might not be done yet either, and that is also okay. But I'm going to go ahead and show you our next step because we're kind of running out of time. I've got to make sure I show you everything. Now we're going to take our marker that we use. It's kind of hard to see my marker. There it is. And we are going to make some curlies. We're going to use it kind of like a little curling iron. We're going to hold our finger here. We're going to take our other hand and we're just going to roll it up. Roll it up. Look, there's a little curly. We can make some of them curl way up high and some of them curl down low. You can make them curl backwards or forwards. You could even make them look kind of zigzaggy if your grown-up wants to help you do that. Okay, you can do this with any paper anytime you want. It's a fun activity and very good fine motor. This is going to help you with everything, with your writing and your cutting. It's going to be so good. Here we go. Roll, roll, roll. There we go. All right, I'm going to roll this one a little lower. I'm going to roll this one to the middle. All right, I'm going to hold it up now so you can see. That's starting to look a lot like a jellyfish. But what is my jellyfish missing, friends? Do you know what she's missing? Yell it out if you know. If you said she's missing her smile and her eyes, you are right. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. If you are still cutting and curling, that is okay. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to do now. All right. So I'm holding it this way so you can see. I want my jellyfish to have a smile on her face, but you could give her a grouchy face if you wanted, or you could give her a sad face or a silly face. I'm going to give her a smile. So I'm just going to draw a smile. And mine's going to have cute, chubby cheeks because I love cute, chubby cheeks. We're going to give her a little dot nose. And mine is so happy that her eyes are closed. She's smiling so big that her eyes are closed. So I'm just going to do two more little U shapes and give her some eyelashes. Here we go. Doesn't she look peaceful? I always imagine it would be so peaceful to be a jellyfish floating in the ocean. Look at that. Okay, friends. Remember, if you are still cutting or curling or drawing your face, that is fine. I wanted to tell you what you can do with these. You can do like Miss Danny did, and you can glue it to a piece of paper like this. Or, do you know what is also fun? You can take a hole puncher or just use a pen or a pencil to punch a hole up here, and you can put a ribbon or a string through it, and you can hang it. You can hang it under an air conditioning vent or in front of a fan, and it'll look like she's swimming and floating in your house. Or you could even take her for a walk. You could take your jellyfish for a walk today, so it'll be kind of like a leash for her. So you guys, this craft is so beautiful, and I hope that you guys will send us a picture of your craft or you making it. Again, that phone number is 479-422-8776, or you can tag us in your posts on social media. We are so glad you joined us, and I hope we will see you again next week. Thank you, friends. Have a great weekend.